In this lesson, we will define the core characteristics used to identify autism spectrum disorders. In addition to learning about the core features, you will observe video example of one behavioral characteristic, restricted and repetitive patterns of behavior. What are autism spectrum disorders? Autism spectrum disorders are a group of neurodevelopmental disabilities that impact development into core domains, social communication, and restricted repetitive patterns of behavior or interest. In the area of social communication, individuals impacted by autism have deficits in social and emotional reciprocity, deficits in nonverbal communicative behaviors used for social interaction, and deficits in developing and maintaining developmentally appropriate relationships. There is a range of expression of social communication deficits. In the area of social and emotional reciprocity, you might see abnormal reciprocity approach. In the area of social and emotional reciprocity, you might see abnormal social approach and failure of normal back and forth conversations. There may be a reduced sharing or interest. Okay, week one. Oh my god, assignments overdue. You can still pass. Remember, you need to pass these assignments before the course ends on December. Oh my god, I didn't do it. And today is 21st. I have 10 days to do all the assignments. Okay. Um, okay. I will read the text of the lesson first. Okay, in this lesson, we will define the core characteristics used to identify autism spectrum disorders. In addition to learning about the core features, you will observe video examples of one behavioral characteristic, restricted and repetitive patterns of behavior. What are spectrum? Oh my God! What are autism spectrum disorders? Autism spectrum disorders are a group of neurodevelopmental disabilities that impact development in two core domains: social communication and restricted repetitive patterns of behavior or interest. Autism spectrum disorders are a group of neurodevelopmental disabilities that impact, impact development in two core domains: social communication and restricted and repetitive patterns of behavior or interest. Autism spectrum disorders are a group of neurodevelopmental disabilities that impact development in two core domains: social communication and restricted repetitive patterns of behavior or interest. Oh my god, I forgot all the ending sounds. In the area of social communication, individuals impacted by autism have deficits in social and emotional reciprocity, deficits in nonverbal communicative behavior used for social interaction, and deficits in developing and maintaining developmentally appropriate relationships. There's a range of expression of these social communication deficits. Paragraph 2, second paragraph. In the area of social and emotional reciprocity, you might see abnormal social approach and failure of in the area of social and emotional reciprocity, you might see abnormal social approach and failure of normal back and forth conversations. There may be a reduced sharing of interest, emotion, affect, and response. There may be a failure to initiate or respond to social interactions. In the area of nonverbal communication, there may be a poor integrate verbal and nonverbal communication. Abnormalities with eye contact and body language, or deficits in understanding the use of nonverbal communication. There may be a total lack of facial expression or use gestures in the area of developing and maintaining appropriate relationship with others. There may be difficulty adjusting behavior to suit different social situations. There may be difficulties in sharing in imaginative play and making friends. And for some, there may be an absence of interest in other people. In the area of restrictive and repetitive patterns of behavior and interest, the individual must express at least two of the following stereotypes: or repetitive motor movements, use of objects or speech, insistence on sameness with inflexible adherences to routines, or ritualized patterns of behavior, highly restricted, fixated interests, abnormal in either intensity or focus, or a hyper reactivity to sensory input or unusual interest in sensory aspects or the environment. Just like in the area of social communication, there's a range of expression of these differences in repeat, repetitive patterns, repetitive, 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 repetitive patterns of behavior and interests, repetitive motor. Oh my God, repetitive motor movements could include motor stereotypes such as walking and hand flapping, lining up or flip object. There could be a presence of echolalia or repetitive speech, or the presence of idiosyncratic speech. In the area of inflexibilities and adherence to routines, you might see extreme distress as small changes, difficulties with transitions, rigid thinking patterns which are related to waiting and insistent on same route or the same food choice at each meal. In the area of restricted or fixated interests, there may be a strong attachment to or preoccupation with unusual objects. There may be excessively circumscribed or perverse P-E-R 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 S-E-V-E-R-T-I-V-E P-E-R S-V-E S-E-V S-E-V-E-R-E-R-A-T-E-I-V. Oh my God, yes. Ah, perseverative interest that individual may spend a great deal of time talking about the investigating. Oh. Okay. I have an English exam in this afternoon, so maybe I must. Okay. I will do some exercise for my test, my final term test. Maybe I must do an essay. I see. You say about maybe the environment. Say of environment. Oh, okay. So, oh my god, the battery. I'll come back. Okay. Oh. Today, the U.S. Embassy in Hanoi has an event about English for career development at 4:30. 4:30. I will take my exam at 3:30. No, 3 p.m. Oh, maybe I will join the event. Okay. Here. Okay. Yeah. So I will read the essay first. The essay is about the environment. A clean environment is very necessary to live a peaceful and life. A clean environment is very necessary to live a peaceful and healthy life. But our environment is getting dirty day by day one because of one but our environment is getting dirty day by day because of some negligence. Oh my god. Negligence. Um, uh, negligent, negligent, negligence of human beings is an issue which everyone must know about, especially our kids. Use following environment essay for your kids and children to help them to complete their school project or essay writing competition. Following essays on environment are written using very simple word and easy to understand English language. so that your children can easily understand it. Environment Essay 1 100 words. An environment is the natural surroundings which help life to grow, nourish, and destroy on this planet called Earth. Natural environment plays a great role in the existence of life on Earth, and it helps human beings, animals, and other living things to grow and develop naturally. But due to some bad and selfish activities of the human beings, our environment is getting affected. Is the most important topic that everyone must know how to protect our environment to keep it safe forever, as well as ensure the nature's balance on this planet to continue the existence of life. Environment Essay 2 100 words. As we all are well familiar with the environment, is everything which surrounds us naturally and affects our daily lives on the earth. Everything comes under an environment, the air which we breathe every moment, the water which we use for our daily routines, plants, animals, and other living things, etc. around us. An environment is called healthy environment when natural cycle goes side by side without any disturbance. Any type of disturbance in the natural balance affects the environment totally, which ruins the human life. Now, in the area of advanced living standard of the human being, our environment is getting affected to a great extent by the means of air pollution, noise pollution, deforestation, water pollution, soil pollution, acid rain, and other dangerous disasters created by the human being through technical advancement. We all must take an oath, O-A-T-H, oath. We all must take an oath together to protect our natural environment, to keep it safe as usual forever. Okay, Environment Essay 3. Essay 3. Environment Essay 3. 200 words. Environment means all the natural surroundings, such as land, air, water, plants, animals, soils, materials, greatest sunlight, forest, and other things. Healthy environment maintains the nature, nature, the nature's balance, as well as helps in growing, nourishing, and developing all the living things on the earth. However, nowadays some man-made technology, technological advancements spoiling the environment in many ways, which un- ultimate, ultimate, ultimately disturbs the balance or equilibrium of nature. We are keeping our lives in danger as well as insisting of life in the future on this planet. If we do anything wrong, if we do anything wrong way out of the discipline of nature, is it disturb the whole environment means atmosphere, hydrosphere, and lithosphere. Besides natural environment, a man-made environment is also exists, which deals with technology, work environment, aesthetics, transportation, transportation, housing, utilities, abandon, urbanization, etc. Man-made environment affects the natural environment to a great extent, which all must to be together to save it. Okay, it will end.